What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. Thank you, as ever, for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. On the screen, you will see all of my socials. If you could give those a follow for me, I would really appreciate it. So on YouTube, make sure that you are subscribed, notifications are turned on, that you like the video, that you hype the video. And if you're listening on any of your audio files, so Apple or Spotify, my dulcet tones will be across those as well. So if you are listening just to the pure audio version, if you could also give that a like for me as well, I would greatly appreciate it. So this is the review of Leeds Liverpool, or Liverpool Leeds, I should say, getting it in the right way around anyways. So we drew 0-0 with Liverpool, and highlights from the game. First things first, Kavanagh is an absolutely horrifically bad referee. He's absolutely sold Ampadu down the river with the yellow card that he ended up getting. Liverpool itself, Anfield, is an absolute, what's the right word? Morgue. It was very, very, very quiet at Anfield last night. I think there were the fans were quite frustrated. We put on an absolutely brilliant, I genuinely mean this, brilliant defensive performance. When we all saw the lineup for yesterday, we all thought, oh, well, that's a bit different. Bornau coming in, Justin coming in, Stat coming in, DCL benched, and Nemetcha starting up top. So we all kind of went, oh, what's he doing there? And I think in the long and short of it, when you have to kind of assess the situation for Calvert-Lewin, that's, you know, potentially 4 games in 11 days. That's a lot of load for anybody, particularly somebody that has a bit of an injury history. Unfortunately, when he did come on, he did have the ball in the back of the net, but he was offside by his big toe. So he nearly kept the scoring run going. But I wanted to wax lyrical more on the defensive performance that we managed to do. That 0-0 at Anfield is brilliant for us. It puts us 7 points above the drop. It puts us 3 points above Forest. It obviously improves our goal difference. It's our first clean sheet since around August time. And it breeds a little bit of confidence going into Sunday. A game that I am actually going to. Jerry McNamee, you absolute legend. I'd love you more than chocolates. So yes, I will be going to the Man U game, so I'm so looking forward to that. It's going to be a very, very, very good game that I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. But as I said, from a defensive point of view, Bornau, we only really had Sheffield Wednesday to go on and a couple of cameo appearances, but he looked very, very assured. He looked tidy. He looked comfortable. You know, got up and down the pitch really, really well, stretched out onto the right-hand side, a bit like how Rodon was asked to do. So impressed with him. Biol is just Biol. Biol's just very, very good. I know a lot of people were concerned with him, but for me, he's a very, 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 very good defender in a back three. And Pascal, he's just absolutely blossoming again and again and again. One of his biggest problems earlier on in the season is that he was getting turned very, very quickly. But now he seems to be doing a lot better at that. He's a lot stronger on the ball as well. He just needs to make sure from a passing point of view that he does everything that he needs to do, and we'll all be happy. James Justin. Take an absolute bow, son. The interceptions, the defensive awareness of that man, the getting into position to block shots, particularly the one from Wirtz. He did it 2 or 3 times in the game. He looked absolutely brilliant. He got man of the match at the end of the game, but he also got man of the match on the Leeds United app as well. They all, obviously, you know, you're voting for your man of the match side of things, and he picked that up. So really, really, really pleasing to see. Goodmanson is just Goodmanson. He's just steady Eddie, steady away, just fantastically well. Gruev did a job, did exactly what he needed to do, and he was in there for a particular purpose, and it worked, and it was absolutely right. So can't knock it whatsoever at all. Brendan Aronson, not putting a foot wrong, the usual kind of Brendan Aronson performance. ratting around, busy, forcing people to have to make decisions quickly, all of that kind of stuff, which is good to see. Stack had a slightly quieter game than what he normally would do, but I mean, I like Stack. Ampadu, he's just captain fantastic. It's a real shame that he's not going to get to play in the game on Sunday now because of his sleeve getting in the way, but look, it is what it is. It's one of those things. The fact that he's walked the tightrope for this long is testament to his steady-headedness, I think is probably a fair thing to say. Nemecha, for me, he's a different type of attacker up top. He's not a DCL profile player where you can play long balls into him. Because he's not like that, we then have to play the ball out a little bit more, which is kind of sort of slightly different to what we've been used to doing and used to sort of the way that we play the game. Substitutes-wise, Okafor and Calvert-Lewin came on at 70 minutes. Both had involvements in the game, both had impacts in the game. Absolutely fine. Again, no issues with that whatsoever at all. Like I said, Calvert-Lewin, yeah, he might have been offside, but he was where he needed to be. He was in the 6-yard. Had that goal gone in, that would have been another one for the straight line fanatics of his goal line scoring, in a straight line from the penalty spot. But we walk away, like I said, with a point, and I can't be anything other than happy that Tanaka came on. He only really had 6 minutes, so there wasn't a lot that Tanaka could do. Bogle came on. Bornau kind of limped out of it a little bit, so it's just a case in seeing whether or not he's going to be injured or not. But I'm not overtly worried, because if that is the case, then Justin will just fill in there for where he needs to be, and I've got every confidence in him. Justin has been brilliant since he's come in. I've always been pleased with the way that he's played. Defensively last night, our shape was absolutely brilliant. We were always in the right areas. We were squeezing at the right points. We were getting feet in. We were getting tackles in. We were, standing players up. Apart from a couple of moments, we kept Ekitike quiet. We kept pretty much everybody else quiet as well. The biggest problem that we had for the entire game was Frimpong. Frimpong is rapid and he is fast. He gets down the wing quick. He was very, very difficult to look after. But overall, like I said, it's a decent, good, solid away performance. The big thing for us is that we have shifted the narrative now of always losing away from home to picking up points. And the big thing about winning games at home and then getting points on the road is that it just keeps that points tally ticking over, which is what we need it to do. We need it to keep ticking over like we are. What we need to do now is make sure that we continue this. And like I said, it's a massive game against Man U. Scum on Sunday, 12:30 kickoff, which is ridiculously early, but we are where we are. But overall, from a defensive point of view, again, I can't knock it at all. We were a little bit sloppy in midfield, a couple of stray passes, ball moving away and everything. Clearly, we had set up not to lose the game, i.e. just to go out and get a draw. I said I would snap your hands off for a draw right away. You have to remember that Liverpool were in a good vein of form. They'd won the last 3 on the trot. So for us to be able to stifle that a little bit is good. That's, 2 points that we've managed to pick up off of the champions. The first game against them was a 6-goal thriller. This game, not so much a thriller, but defensively, people that like the defensive side of stuff, that was something that was really, really, really pleasing to see. I mean, for Justin as a whole, let me just see if I can find from his stats point of view. So here we go. So he had 10 defensive contributions, 1 tackle won, 1 interception, 6 clearances, 2 block shots, 7 ground duels, and 7 aerial duels, of which he won 4 of each, and he dribbled past a person once. So a really, really, really good, solid showing for Justin. Look, he's not going to get up the wing like Bogle does, but a really, really, really good showing from Justin. And, you can't be anything other than pleased. I was particularly worried about this game. And when I saw the lineup come out, I kind of thought, is he kind of not throwing the towel in, but is he kind of just going, well, let's just fingers crossed and see what we can get. But everybody stood up and was counted again, and everybody did exactly what they needed to do. A little bit sloppy in midfield, but from a defensive point of view, I'm pleased with the way that we performed. I'm pleased with the way that we played. Organisationally wise, it was absolutely first class. Nobody put a foot wrong for 90 minutes in terms of their defensive duties and what they were supposed to do. I mean, throughout the game, the switching of formations again is just really, really, really pleasing to see. And we're doing really, really good things at this moment in time, and long may it continue. Long may it continue. That's going to do it for this one. Nice, quick, easy video. I just wanted to obviously have a little chat and just say how pleased I was with the outcome of the video, of the game, and where we sit now. And yeah, there will be a preview coming soon of the Scum game, and we'll have a bit of a chat about that as well. But that is going to do it for this one. Please don't forget to click the like button. Please also make sure you subscribe. Please make sure your notifications are turned on. Hype the video for me. If you're listening on audio, again, if you could give it a rating, I would greatly appreciate that. And yeah, take care of each other, and most importantly, take care of yourself. I will see you on the next one, guys. Take it easy. Cheers.